All right, so what we're going to do now is we talked about what a Gantt chart is. It's pretty much for scheduling, and you can visually see what task is being done at what time. We also talked about reading a Gantt chart. That's what we did in our notes yesterday. If you need to re-go over that, you can go back to um, our assignment in Ed Puzzle and rewatch that part. It was like the last maybe 4 minutes of that video. Today, we're talking about scheduling our crew. All right. So we're not going to put it on a Gantt chart right now. Um, but we are going to select our crew from these specific set of rules. Now, these rules, they were given by Project Lead the Way, but it's pretty much the same way that they schedule for actual airplanes. There's rules are the crew shift starts 1 hour before the flight departure. The crew shift ends 30 minutes after the flight arrival. The crew must rest and not fly for 10 hours after their previous flight ended, and they are not allowed to exceed 60 hours of flight time per week. And then the last one, if you get down to a selection, your last choice has to be the one with the most seniority, who's worked there the longest. All right. So we're going to solve for this time. So flight information, October 29th at 6 a.m. We're going to arrive at 9 a.m. All right. So our captain, if we leave at October 29th at 6 a.m., so earliest next shift can start. So M. Scott can start at 1200 hours or midnight. So he's okay in the running. Dwight Schrute can start. Oh, he cannot start. He says October 31st. So he's not ready until Halloween. He's X'd. So we're going to cross him out. Jay Halpert is available October 29th at 4. And S. Hudson is available October 29th at 4:30. So these two are both available technically. All right. Let's look at their flight time for the week. So remember, they cannot be at 60 hours for the week. All right. So it looks like S. Hudson has 45 hours already for the week, and Halbert has 10 hours for the week. So it could kind of go either way there, but S. Hudson is pretty close to 60 hours. Our flight is only from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., so it's only 3 hours, but let's take another look at maybe our seniority. Maybe that'll help us decide. So then we see Jay Halpert has been there for 30 years and S. Hudson has been there for 5 years. So we're going to cross off S. Hudson. All right. So we're going to go with Jay Halpert as our captain. Why? Because he is available. That his earliest next shift can start October 29th at 4 a.m. So if we need him an hour before 6, he would be available at 5 a.m. And he's only had 10 hours for the whole week. He hasn't requested any time off, and he's been there 30 years. So we're going to do the same thing for first officer. So Beasley is available at 4 a.m. on our October 29th date. She's good. We'll keep her in the running. C. Pratton, he's not available until the 30th, so we're going to cross him out. K. Napor is available. They're available at 6 a.m., but if you remember our rules, we need them available 1 hour before the flight. So we cannot use C. Kapoor. And then the last one, T. Flenderson, he's not available until 11 a.m., and we need him available by 5 a.m. on October 29th. Okay? Our flight is at 6 a.m. We need him available at 5 a.m., so we're going to cross him off. So now is the longer part. I'm going to copy this so we can still see it. We're going to select 2 flight attendants. Yeah. Can it come out a little bit more? And let's text wrap it. Okay. All right. So we want 2 flight attendants. Still leaving October 29th at 6 a.m. So they need to be available at 5 a.m. So who's available October 29th at 5 a.m.? Not Tapia. Rosas is not Cruz. Not Hardy. Not M. Turner. Definitely not D. Ford. They're not available till December. E. Cortez is available October 21st. R. Hernandez is available the 29th, so that's kind of close. We'll keep him. Ochoa is available at 4, so we'll keep that one. Acapulse is available on the 29th, so we'll kind of keep them in mind. And A. Villa Gomez is not available till 1800 hours, so we'll cross him off. All right. So next, we're going to look at, did anybody take off? So October 30th, November 15th. So their off didn't affect anything. How many hours have all these people worked? So Acapaze only worked 2 hours. That's not bad, but it is the 27th. So within those 2 days, they could basically work some more. Ochoa is worked 20 hours. C. Hernandez has worked 10 hours. E. Cortez has worked 40. So we're going to cross E. Cortez off. They're getting mighty close to 60. All right. So now we're left with Rosas, Hernandez, Ochoa, and Acapose. So let's look at, I guess, seniority, who's just been there the longest. So Rosas has been there for 22 years. Hernandez has been there 16 years. Ochoa has been there 15 years. So you can pretty much pick, I'll highlight these ones. So we could pick Rosas. Technically, we could pick Hernandez because he's at 16 years, right? And he's available the night before. And then Ochoa, they're available that day, October 29th at 4 a.m. So the perfect answer would be K. Rosas and R. Hernandez based on our rules, okay, based on seniority and the process of elimination. But if we needed a backup, say our crew selector needed a backup, our backup could possibly be Ochoa. Okay, so we could have 3 choices, but we only need 2. So here on our final choices, you come in here and fill in. So our flight was from 6 to 09. All right. So we are going to do, I need to change all of this. How do I, okay. And put 5. Ugh. All right. And then last one, 12 to 13. All right. And reset. All right. So our flight, the airplanes, we'll just leave those alone. I'm not going to change that for right now. But we're going from 6 a.m. to 9. So we're going to fill in 6 a.m. to 9. But we need 30 minutes afterwards. And we need an hour before. So this is what their shift is going to look like. All right. It looks like a long shift. So we picked Halpert. So Halpert will come here. And we're going to use this orange color to match the captain. First officer, we chose Beasley. So we're going to fill that in. And with the red to match first officer. And then for flight attendant, we picked Rosas. And this green color. And Hernandez. And then Ochoa is kind of like a backup, but we don't need to do anything with their schedule. That's just good information to know for our crew schedule. All right. So now you're going to work on the same thing. Yours is crew schedule Gantt. So you have flight information. So your flight info is here. Y'all are leaving. It looks like the shift is going to be from 6:45 to 10:45, your first flight. And then your second flight is going to be from 11:30. You see it's in the middle, 11:30 to 3:30. So that's your flight info. And we want to schedule your people. Who is available? All right. On October 3rd. So you'll select your captain based on this chart. This is basically what I just did, looking at Schrute, Scott, and Beasley, all of those things. You're selecting one captain. You just type it there, and then you're going to select a first officer based on the same chart, and a flight attendant based off the same chart. Thankfully, y'all have less options for these as well. All right. Yeah. If you have any questions, you can go back and watch this video, or you can just raise your hand. And right now, I'm mainly focused on you selecting the right captain and then filling in the Gantt chart. I do want y'all to do it, but this is the very last part. So don't try to stress yourself out with this. I want to make sure that you're focused on reading the chart and selecting the correct crew members. All right. So that is all for that. You can work on that. And again, if you need help, rewatch this video or rewatch notes from yesterday for the Gantt chart fill-in stuff.